Imagine waking up to a world that doesn't feel like it's pressing down on you. A world where your first thought isn't about how you measure up to someone else's life. What if I told you that nearly every ounce of your suffering stems not from your circumstances, but from the relentless habit of comparing your reality to someone else's highlight reel? It's a trap we all fall into, one that sneaks into your mornings before you've even had a chance to breathe. You reach for your phone, and within seconds, you're drowning in a sea of perfectly curated lives, flawless bodies, thriving businesses, picture-perfect relationships, and unattainable peace. You haven't even stepped out of bed, and already, you feel behind, chasing a version of success you never chose for yourself. This is the modern tragedy of comparison. And it's not loud or dramatic, it's a quiet whisper that chips away at your soul until you forget who you are outside of how you rank. But here's the truth, the one we avoid because it strips away the drama we've woven into our identities. There's nothing to compare. Your life is yours alone, a unique tapestry of chaos, beauty, struggles, and triumphs. It moves to its own rhythm, grows through its own storms, and blooms in its own time. To hold it up against someone else's is like comparing a mountain to a river. They exist on entirely different terms, and forcing them into the same frame distorts everything. This is the message we explore deeply on my YouTube channel, Wisdom Waves, where we dive into the art of living authentically and breaking free from the chains of comparison. You scroll past a post of a guy who made his first million by 25, and suddenly your steady job feels like a failure. You see a couple laughing on a beach, their love glowing through the screen, and wonder why your own relationships feel so heavy. You watch someone waking up at 5 a.m., crushing their workouts, eating kale smoothies, and you think maybe you're lazy, maybe you're weak, maybe you're just not enough. But none of that is real, it's noise, a distortion you've internalized. From a world obsessed with facades, the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Ambition means tying your well-being to what others say or do. Sanity means tying it to your own actions." You've been measuring your worth with someone else's yardstick, but those yardsticks are flawed. The polished influencer you envy might be unraveling behind closed doors. The couple who seems so in love might be strangers when the cameras stop rolling. The entrepreneur you admire might be chasing a hollow dream, drowning in anxiety they can't escape. Comparison only shows you their highlight reel, not their truth. And the more you watch, the more you drift from your own reality, seeing your life not for what it is, but for what it lacks. This habit of comparison doesn't just steal your joy, it robs you of clarity, creativity, and purpose. It's not a harmless quirk. It's a spiritual corrosion that disconnects you from your core. You start chasing things that don't belong to you, ambitions that aren't yours, dreams born from someone else's script. You see a mansion on Instagram, and suddenly your cozy apartment feels like a compromise. You see a fitness guru's sculpted physique, and your own progress feels pathetic. You see someone's viral post and wonder why your own voice, like the one I share on WisdomWavesAura, doesn't seem to carry the same weight. But here's the question we rarely ask. How much of what you're chasing comes from your heart, and how much is a reaction to what you think you should want? How much of your suffering comes not from your life, but from the stories you tell yourself about where you should be by now? The Stoics warned us about this over 2,000 years ago. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought, foolish, and stupid." Real growth, the kind that reshapes you from the inside, isn't flashy. It's slow, quiet, and invisible to the world. It's like building a foundation underground while everyone else is busy constructing shiny facades. But comparison kills that process because it doesn't let you work in silence. It demands you prove your progress, constantly, publicly, or else you're falling behind. Behind who? Behind what? Where are we all racing to in this imaginary competition? The hardest truth to swallow is that you'll never win the comparison game, not because you're not good enough, but because there's no finish line. Even if you outshine your friend's bank account, you'll find someone richer. Even if you sculpt the perfect body, someone else will be leaner. Even if you find your dream partner, someone else's relationship will look smoother. The cycle never ends unless you choose to step out of it. One day, you have to look in the mirror and declare, "I'm not here to compete. I'm here to live." That's the moment you start to reclaim your peace. On WisdomWavesAura, we talk about this a lot, how to tune out the noise and tune into your own voice. It might mean stepping away from social media for a season, or at least pausing mid-scroll to ask, why do I care so much about their life? If you're honest, you'll find something uncomfortable. Most of your comparisons aren't about them. They're about you, your unhealed wounds, your insecurities, your forgotten strengths, your misplaced identity. We compare when we doubt our path. We compare when our inner fire dims, and we start looking for borrowed light. But you don't need borrowed light. You were born with a flame of your own, and even if it's flickering right now, it's still there, waiting for you to tend to it. Think about the last time you felt truly at peace. It wasn't when you were scrolling through someone else's life or chasing someone else's goals. It was when you were fully present in your own, maybe during a quiet walk, a moment of laughter with a friend, or a small win that felt deeply yours. That's the feeling you're meant to chase, the one that comes from aligning with your own rhythm. Seneca, another Stoic, said, "No man was ever wise by chance." Inner peace isn't something you stumble into, it's something you build, brick by brick, in moments of solitude and self-reflection. It's choosing to focus on your own actions, your own growth, your own values, instead of the world's applause. But comparison drowns that out. It's a thief that doesn't just take your joy, it steals your ability to see your life clearly. You start to believe you're failing because you're not living someone else's version of success. You start to think your struggles mean you're broken, when really, they're just part of your unique journey. Let's be real, the world is loud. Social media, with its endless stream of achievements and aesthetics, is designed to keep you hooked, to keep you feeling like you're one step behind. But you're not behind, you're not late. You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons you were meant to learn, becoming the person you were meant to become. Your life isn't a race with a universal finish line, it's a path, winding and wild, full of detours and discoveries that are yours alone. On WisdomWavesAura, we explore how to embrace this truth, how to let go of the need to perform for an invisible audience and instead live for yourself. It's not about announcing your growth to the world or proving your worth through likes and followers. It's about showing up for yourself, quietly, authentically, with all the messy, beautiful, raw imperfections that make you human. So how do you break free? It starts with small, intentional choices. Pause before you scroll. Ask yourself what you're really seeking when you dive into someone else's life. Is it inspiration, or is it a way to avoid facing your own? Try this. For 1 week, start your day without your phone. Check in with yourself, first your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams. Write them down, even if they're messy. Notice how it feels to prioritize your own voice over the world's noise. If you're craving more guidance on this, check out WisdomWavesAura, where we share practical tools for reclaiming your focus and building a life that feels true to you. Another step is to redefine success on your terms. What does it look like? For you, not for the influencer, the colleague, or the friend. Maybe it's not $1 million or a perfect body. Maybe it's a morning where you feel calm, a day where you create something meaningful, or a moment where you're proud of how you showed up. Those are the victories that matter, the ones that no one else can define for you. The comparison trap is a choice, even if it doesn't always feel like one. Every time you catch yourself measuring your life against someone else's, pause and redirect that energy inward. Ask, what's one thing I can do today to honor my own path? Maybe it's a walk to clear your mind, a conversation with someone who lifts you up, or a small step toward a goal that's yours alone. Over time, these choices stack up. They build a life that feels like home, not a stage. You don't need to be louder, shinier, or faster than anyone else. You just need to be you unapologetically, imperfectly, fully. Your life isn't a performance for others to judge. It's a gift for you to live. And if you want to dive deeper into this journey of self-acceptance and purpose, join us on WisdomWavesAura, where we're all about cutting through the noise and finding the wisdom within. You're not here to compete. You're here to become. So let go of the ruler, step off the racetrack, and start walking your own wild, beautiful path.